Hi VC, how's it going? I'm making another video. What do you know? It's gonna become a regular thing again, I guess. So, did a little bit of traveling and got some things. Um, I'm not going to show you everything today, but I'm going to show you a few things. In the mail, has nothing to do with traveling, because I got this in the mail. I ordered this from Sub Pop. They sent a sticker. They always send stickers. Can't get enough Sub Pop stickers. Can't get enough stickers. And a little postcard for me to fill out and send to someone. The new Goat single. If you're not familiar with the artwork, it's just artwork is great on all the Goat singles and LPs. I really like them, but this one in particular. Nice Goat sticker on the plastic liner. Kind of wish they'd given us a Goat sticker to do whatever we wanted to with it, but there it is without all the shiny glow. Beautiful. Backside. Goat, if you're not familiar with them, very rhythmic, very, I want to say tribal, Middle Eastern influenced. And what I've seen online, their concerts, just very interesting shows. Can't wait to see them. I think I got into them after they had already been here to Seattle, probably on their tour. This particular 45 is a little bit more acoustic, rhythmic, tribal, still kind of like the same thing, but just more on the acoustic side of things. I liked it. It was just very different from what I've heard in the past from their other albums, which is a good thing. And I also kind of want more of what they've been doing. But hey, bands grow, bands change, and that's a good thing. Usually, that's a good thing. I would highly recommend picking this up if you're a fan of Goat, even if you aren't a fan of Goat yet. Hopefully this will make you a fan of Goat. They are from Scandinavia, I want to say, although I'm not 100% sure. I haven't researched the band as well as I should. Shame on me. I want to say they're from the Netherlands, but probably not. They're probably from Austria or Switzerland or something. But Goat, get some Goat in your life. Their first two albums are amazing. The last two 45s they've released, not on albums, are very good, including that one. Went to see The Cure up in Burnaby, which is just southeast of Vancouver, British Columbia. Very nice outdoor venue, nice, comfortable, easygoing, great show. If you get a chance to see The Cure on this tour, do it. I think all but one person in the band, from the original band, is touring with them. Robert Smith's voice sounded great. Interact with the crowd, talk to people. Didn't see them when they came down here because they were playing a festival. They played Sasquatch over in Eastern Washington, and just didn't want to deal with Sasquatch this year to see The Cure. Kind of wanted to see The Cure with a lot of other people who came specifically just to see The Cure. So it was a good choice to go up north to see them. And on the way back down, stopped at Bellingham, went to, there's a couple of good record stores there, a few good record stores. Went to Easy Street, Everyday Music. I love Easy Street. Everyday Music is where I went to. And finally got a copy of 801 Live. Yay! And I don't believe this is the 99 reissue. I believe that it is the 76 issue, UK issue. Looks to me like it is. I'm very happy. Whenever I found this, it's either been kind of trashed and still expensive or just expensive. This one, the cover's a little bent here and there, but the vinyl itself is in great shape. So Brian Eno, Phil Manzanera, all kinds of amazing musicians playing on this. It's been a while since I've heard this. It's been a while since I've heard this next album, and I finally have it in my hands because I passed up on it once. John Cale, Paris, 1919. I believe this is I think it's either a German or a French pressing on the Steamboat label. It's been a long time since I've heard this, and so it'll be almost like a new album to me. But it's one that I almost picked up about 2 years ago when I saw it. It was literally in my hands, and I put it back and went, it was something else I wanted more. Now I'm glad I got this. So I can kind of hear this again. It'll probably come back to me as soon as I start listening to it. But to me right now, it's going to be like a new album, so I'm kind of excited to put it on and give it a good listen. Something I started looking at, a friend of mine, we watched a movie together. It has become our favorite movie. And I immediately started looking for the soundtrack to it and was sort of out of luck. It just didn't exist. And then I did find a few of them on eBay, and people wanted $200 or $300, $200 for them, I think. Ridiculous. I thought, well, it must have had a limited vinyl run. It was available on CD. Even the CD was kind of difficult to get a hold of. So finally, I started noticing that it had become available again at a reasonable price. And I thought, well, it's either a knockoff or it's been reissued, or it's probably a second pressing, and maybe they're just sort of reintroducing it because I think the movie is sort of becoming a little kind of on the cult side. I think it's got a core group of people watching it. What's that movie, Gary? It's called Only Lovers Left Alive, and it's starring Tilda Swinton, as you see on that side, and it's got Tom Hiddleston on that side. They're a couple of crazy vampires. And that's all I'm going to tell you about the story. Other than I'm not a big vampire story person. A lot of people are. I mean, I can watch a movie that involves vampires. That's fine as long as it's a good movie. But I don't necessarily go to the theater, go to a movie just because it's got vampires and it's a story about vampires. This is a unique telling of a story of a couple of vampires, hence the title, Only Lovers Left Alive. I highly recommend the movie. I'm looking forward to listening to the music on the record, on vinyl. We've got the CD of it and have listened to it a few times. Really, I think it's one thing to listen to the music on the CD from this, but it really, really sounds great when you're watching the movie. But don't discount listening to the music on its own. It's very, very good. I can't remember the details of who it is that's actually performing the music. In the film, Tom Hiddleston is the one who's actually writing and performing the music. But it escapes me. I'm sorry. But do yourself a favor. It's a great story. It's a great movie. It's become kind of a cult favorite. Definitely a favorite movie of mine, and I never get tired of watching it. It's just spellbinding. So watch this. If you like the music, get the vinyl while it's available again, and it's not $200 or $100 or whatever it was going for. And or get the CD of it, whatever's convenient. Download it on iTunes legally. And this particular issue is on, I believe it's 2 LPs. It's got the download code, and it's on red marble vinyl it says red vinyl. Blood red vinyl. 2 LPs. So anyway, Only Lovers Left Alive. Can't talk enough about it, but I will stop because I want to get to the last thing. So this isn't a 10-minute video, and it probably will be. Last thing I found there, and I always take an interest in private pressing LPs. So I grabbed this Moon Circles by Kay Gardner. Released back, this is from 1975. It looks like it's new age kind of music. I mean, the cover and moon circles and the logo down here, which is fascinating, and the back of it. I mean, really cool. I would actually prefer this to have been the cover, and maybe they considered that, but I think that would have been a great cover for the album. But it definitely has a new age vibe, especially with titles like Touching Souls, Intermood 2, Luna Muse, Beautiful Friend, Moonglow, Wise Woman, Changing. It definitely has that kind of vibe to it, and I hope it does. There was a box set that Light in the Attic Records released, compiling a lot of private press of this style of music, and maybe maybe this is some of it. I don't know. I'm going to have to compare and see, or just do a little more research on this. But so this was my. Oh, it does have nice. This was my sort of blind buy. I try to do a blind buy every once in a while, just to pick up something I know nothing about, and could be great, could be horrible. Who knows? Haven't heard it yet. I know. Why don't you listen to these, Gary, and tell us about whether or not they're any good? Well, I will, but I kind of like to get the video out that. Hey, I picked these up. And maybe somebody knows something about them, and they'll go, that's a certain thing. I love that soundtrack. The Goat's great. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks again for all the kind words that you've been saying over the last couple of posts that I've had. It's fun to be back, and hopefully I will continue to do these. I've got a few more records here. I might actually do a few more recordings here and upload them over the next couple of days. So I'll talk to you later. Hope everybody's having a great summer so far. Hi, Rob. Thanks for the kind words. Talk to you folks later. Bye.